In a country plagued by economic woes, political disappointments, and future uncertainties, the Lebanese, known for their resilience, turn to entertainment to face their daily pressures.
2 years ago, Ghayd Chammas left a marketing job in Qatar, deciding to move back to Beirut to follow his dream and passion, comedy.
ولمين عطاك تليفون أصلاً؟ مين سمح لك تشمل خبرية كارلوس غصن على اللبنانية كلهم وتوصفنا بنصابين؟
His social commentaries have garnered thousands upon thousands of views and struck a chord with the Lebanese youth. He partnered with fellow entertainers, the JLP Show, a cover band that has gained popularity in the last decade. Together they form the Malla Show, a 30-minute online talk show.
Ladies and gents, the host of the Malla Show, Ghayd Chammas.
We met them all at Antwerp.
How do you translate al-ama into English?
WTF.
Right, because everybody has those WTF moments where you just, you release your frustration. It's what it is.
Every day you have a lama moment.
Yeah.
At home, on the streets, in the car, while driving, in traffic, our government, our society.
Was it easy to come to this country where there is a comedy industry, but you come here and then you start on your own with no background, no contacts? How did that come about for you?
Content.
Right.
Content.
Social media at first.
Social media is a touch point, but that doesn't mean that anyone can open a page on social media.
What made your content different than what was out there already?
Well, it was unique in terms of the wit of the jokes, the idea, the diversity of content. I started off doing voiceovers for video clips.
Yeah.
It picked up well, and that's my source, that's my backbone.
Arabic music video clips.
Controversial ones,
right.
Mainly.
And you would just comment as the video is going along.
Exactly.
Right, which is quite funny. There are moments where some of your videos really touch on the frustration that people are feeling. There is comedy, but then there is the reality of our situation, whether it's our economic problems, our politicians disappointing
mainly
us constantly.
Social
and
politics.
social, but all together.
Yeah.
Are those the kind of videos that receive the most feedback for you?
Definitely.
Right. What
Definitely.
do people tell you?
Well, I never talk politics because I'm not really knowledgeable in-depth politics, but I always relate those political decisions and actions into what can be related to you and how does it impact your well-being as a person living in that society. And this is where everyone feels super related to the things I'm talking about on camera. And it was this transition of doing voiceovers on video clips into putting a camera on my face and talking seriously about stuff that gave me credibility.
Connecting with people, because you're expressing the same frustration that they are feeling, but you're just saying it.
Exactly, and they allowed me to expand on that, and they allowed me to work on voicing out their opinions.
If a certain video that you release has a limited number of views or a lot less than what you usually get, it can upset you for a while.
Yeah, definitely. I can't be upset at Facebook anymore because they changed their algorithms, and my videos used to average 1 million, 1.1 million views. Now they reach 200,000 and 100,000, and it's across everyone. But this is how they want it, because they want you to pay to sponsor the posts to reach more people. So I moved to Instagram.
Okay.
And my content on Instagram now is different. I do shorter videos. My edits, who used to take 10 hours, 12 hours, 3-4 days, are now taking 10 minutes, 15 minutes, because my type of content has changed. And why? Because people have changed. Their behavior has changed.
You take that as a challenge. How do you combat that?
Sometimes you do an insane video and you worked on it hard, and for you it's really funny, but it's just not what people want.
Yeah.
And then you look at it, you look at the numbers, and like, why is this stupid video, who's really not funny, but I just posted there because for the heck of it,
Yeah.
And it took like 10,000 likes and 100,000 views, and it's like bullshit, And then this video that is really smart and structured took nothing. Why? People don't want it.
So how do you combat that? Do you take it as, okay, this is what they're looking for?
No, I just step on it and move forward. But on the day,
it ruins your day.
For a few hours, I'm like, why? Come on, I've been working on this, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, give me some love.
But when you don't get the reaction that you want as a comedian, it's tough. It's a tough
Of course,
business.
it's like stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
On stand-up comedy.
But you're not a stand-up comedian.
I'm not a stand-up comedian, but I've done some stand-up comedy. And sometimes you're on stage in front of 300, 400 people. You do a joke that is hilarious for you, but then no one reacts. You're like,
Yeah.
what am I doing here?
Can Al-Amma exist without social media?
Eventually, yes, not today. Now it's about social media, it's about online. That's why I stepped off offline
Yeah.
of stand-up comedy. I'm like, let me focus more on online, but eventually the show that I'm doing can be done offline as a theater.
And the dream is to
basis.
have like a Tonight Show or...
Yeah,
or-
late night show, definitely.
How would you be different than what we have already?
Mainly Lebanese TV is very superficial because they cater for a crowd that wants it. It's in my opinion, it's a whole circle. It's a cycle of people wanting to laugh at the silliest joke, and what is given to them on TV allows them to be like, oh yeah, that's great.
Right,
There's nothing really smart in it.
There's nothing that challenges them mentally, is what
No,
you're saying.
that's why
Yeah.
if I want to do my own show on television, it won't work today unless I cater my jokes just a little bit slowly
To the population.
and then start shifting.
But what
to
about the youth? Because your audience is different than the audience that is watching TV.
Definitely,
Right. Does television interest you?
definitely. Of
Even though
course.
it's a different crowd.
It's a different crowd, but it's an extra crowd, and it's
Okay.
a big extra crowd. People say TV is dead. It's not dead.
No.
TV is
but it's a
different.
different crowd. But it's a crowd you're saying that's more superficial, that's used to a certain kind of niche.
Not all of them, but
Right.
a lot of them, yes, definitely. It's about, like if someone is at work all day, he wants to sit home, relax, and laugh on. Have you seen the programs on TV lately? Most of them, you can catch the joke like miles away.
Yeah.
You can know what's going to happen, and
Yeah.
it's very silly. It upsets me. Even there are people on social media who do content that is so silly, it pushed me to start Lama.
I'm sure people, and I've seen this happen to you before, they get offended with your content. And once they try to take you offline.
I love it. It gives me like an adrenaline rush.
That you
like,
got to somebody?
You're offended, great, I'm gonna do more.
Yeah.
Because no one is allowed to be offended today. If you're offended, so what? What is it gonna do? How is it gonna benefit you if you're offended?
Okay.
How is it gonna benefit society? It's a waste of time. If you're offended, keep it to yourself. Move on. There are lots of pages and things you can do with your life that would make you a better person than sitting and start answering people in the comment section with hate, spreading hate and negativity.
Yeah.
This is
How do
why,
you deal with hate?
look, there's this line, your comfort zone, that I want to cross. This is Al-Ama. I'm not
Like WTF.
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna trigger you. I'm gonna trigger extremism. I'm gonna trigger what's wrong in society in my perspective. If you don't agree with my perspective, unfollow, go do something else. But I'm not gonna limit myself because, I shouldn't be talking about religion. I shouldn't be talking about politics, about vegans, about LGBT, about feminists, about the extremism and everything is bad. All right. Even any social action is subject for criticism. Any person who goes on camera and is exposed to public is subject for criticism. How I deal with it? There's two ways. If someone is really disrespectful, he gets blocked or banned on the spot. Because I mean, there's no.
I don't have time for this.
I don't have time for this.
Right.
And someone writes something constructive, I tend to
You'll
interact
start a
with them.
conversation.
Definitely.
Right.
We become really friends later on, no problem. And for someone who writes something really stupid, I answer something even funnier, and I make advantage of this guy and roast him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Some of your friends are joining us right now.
Yeah.
Ramzi and Budi. Come on in, guys. Thanks for being part of Ghayd
Hey
Chammas.
guys, thanks for having us.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks for
meet
being
you.
here.
Hi.
I
How are
love
you,
the
Ghayd?
everybody's
How
coming
are
with
you?
their coffee mugs.
Tamam.
Tamam. Great.
The lead singer, backup vocalist, and also a band of four. Entertainment in Lebanon is a hard industry to break into, generally. So how did it, I know you guys met, I think, over 11 years ago. How do you keep going with the competition of entertainment and bands in Lebanon?
We did this for farts and giggles, and then one gig led to another, led to another, led to another, and it's just about having
It just
fun.
kind of happened for you guys,
Yeah, yeah.
really. Why covers? Why no original songs?
The initial idea was when Booty and I got together, we're like, yeah, let's do some gigs. He's got a voice, I can play guitar, so we're just like, let's do some gigs over the weekend, see what happens. And obviously, we're not going to do originals if our aim is to have fun.
Right.
So exactly, one thing led to another, and then we're like, this could be a source of income for us. So let's go, full bore.
Covering songs and playing now for over 10 years almost. Oh, 10 years this 2019.
Yeah,
I think.
2019 is
Right.
JLP's 10-year anniversary.
Happy anniversary, guys.
Thank you.
What do you think has been your biggest challenge as a band?
So when we started, I think we were doing one weekly gig, and it was just me and you. And then when Ziad and Joe, about a year into it, and the JLP show was created, we started doing 2 gigs a week, 3 gigs a week, and that turned into 4 gigs a week and 5 gigs a week. We had a couple really good years in terms of that, but years later came our Instagram and Facebook and YouTube pages.
So it was word of mouth.
It was word of mouth mostly.
Right.
And so we'd gig in Hamada, and then another bar would want to get us there, and then someone in Jamaizi would hear about us, and then someone in Mono would hear. And then we'd just start gigging and go up to Juni. And when we started doing this, there was Shadi, right? And Shadi was like the king of bands in the country, and he still is. But that was it, you know what I mean?
What sets us apart from other cover bands, with all due respect, is that we don't take ourselves seriously at all. Yeah. So like when we get on stage, we tend to have
a good time.
A good time is the priority. So, and then like the songs, because it's like we take requests, we make fun of ourselves.
Like if Ramsey sings a song, I try to make him laugh midway, and that goes the other way around.
Well, okay, so favorite music you like to play?
So Ghayd and I are metalheads.
Big time.
Joe's a metalhead, my brother's a metalhead. He's the only one that's not a metalhead.
Yeah.
Pop?
So,
yeah.
Seattle grunge, Pearl Jam, you love that stuff.
I do.
It's on the way to
Seattle
metal.
grunge. What is the ultimate direction for the band?
Shmel.
What we want to do is sort of move the majority of our work into online content, and that comes into whether it's YouTube videos, whether it's Malla Show, things like that, and really just.
I saw that because you're doing a lot of behind the scenes videos, just to get, I think, for people to really get to know who you are.
Yeah.
Because what should people know about you? What do they not know that they need to know?
We're in it for the money. No.
I'm not editing that out.
Why I fell in love with the persona, they're all super educated on many aspects in life. Like musically, they all know a lot, and we share lots of common interests. Socially, even on an anime level, Marvel, DC, movies, any types of music.
We're probably the greatest cover band in the world.
That's your caption.
That's your caption.
Right. We're 4 really good friends. We're 4
right.
best friends that just like to have fun and.
Yeah.
And then you got a 5th member here. You can be the next Backstreet Boy.
No, girls want to have fun.
Yeah.
JLP want to have fun.
All right.
Very
And
well
Ghayd's
said.
in for the ride. Who did you used to look up to, but they screwed up and you lost faith in them?
Bill Cosby.
Oh, that's a good one. Anybody?
My ex-girlfriend.
Yeah?
ex-girlfriend. تمام ex-girlfriend تاخذ خاطرها تفكر انه يضحك عليها. I'm gonna go 3 exes back.
So 3 ex-girlfriends
Triple
ago? Joe,
ex-girlfriend.
anything?
I could go for all the easy answers, like R. Kelly, Kevin Spacey.
If you owned a restaurant, what kind of food would it serve?
Mexican.
Sandwiches.
Burgers.
Manaish.
Okay.
شو رخيص؟
What's the oldest thing you own?
My underwear.
I think my toys.
My sister.
Okay.
You own your sister?
Family show.
And she's younger than me.
Can't use that.
What do you do to make the world a better place?
العمى.
I think music.
Music.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So just stay out of other people's business.
I mean, what else?
That's the easy answer.
Joe?
As a collective.
Try not to piss people off.
All right. Okay. What's the worst thing about Lebanon?
The corruption.
No professionalism.
Instability for me, which encompasses a lot of what.
A big portion of the people.
Overpopulation.
Mentality.
All right. What is the best? That's the only one you all had an answer ready for.
The corruption.
For me, it's mountains. You know, I like to. I like mountains.
You're feeling the llama love today.
I'm judging you so hard right now.
Right. What is the best thing about Lebanon?
I think Lebanon's the most unique country in the Middle East. I mean, we have a lot of liberties that most other countries don't have. So that, I guess, for me.
Delivery after midnight.
Just delivery everything in
Yeah,
general.
delivery,
That's
everything.
good.
I changed my answer to that.
It always surprises you. That can be a negative, but a lot of times it's also positive.
I think your answers are really cool. What is the one thing that stands out in the youth of Lebanon?
Their spirit, honestly. That's like
Resilience, I guess.
Yeah.
Resilience.
It's really hard.
Yeah,
Resilience. I love it.
Really thought you said resilience.
Yeah, resilience, definitely.
All right. And on that note, thank you.
Aww.
خلاص, no.
We got more of this.
More
This is fun.
questions.
If you like this episode of Wide Chats and want to see more, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click, click, click.